If you do not understand, ask your parents to help you. I hope you make sure you get your work in a correct manner. Let us not forget to sanitize our hands. Make sure your hand is sanitized and keep the social distance by stretching. And I thank you and goodbye.
Hi everyone, I'm Shashi. And Simon says don't touch your face, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth unless your hands are super clean. Bye!
Great combo deal from Choppies. Top Score maize meal 10 kilograms, Buck Pro Fed Cook flour 10 kilograms, Pulana Elbow 3 kilograms, Rice King 10 kilograms, Sugar King 5 kilograms, white or brown sugar, and Pulana 1 kilogram spaghetti for only $499 million 95 cents. Choppies, great value for your money.
We are still busy with trigonometry, and the last thing that you've learned was the sine rule, where we said A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Now today we're introducing a new one, which we call the cosine rule. Now, let's just go back on what we said in the beginning. If this is triangle ABC, then this is side A, B, and C. The small letter is opposite the angle. Now the cosine rule says A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. And you will see there's always this correlation. This is the side that you want, and that is the angle that you're going to use that. When are we using the cosine rule? We use the cosine rule when we want the third side. That is when you're going to use this cosine rule. And if you look here, you will also see that it is two sides and the included angle that we need to calculate that third angle there. Now, I would like you just to look on page 471, and this is then try now 31. And this is just to find the sides and write the sides. So we're just looking at that now, number A. So you have the triangle DEF, DEF. And we have to label now the sides and the angles. So this will be E, this will be D, and this will be F. so that we just have those sides there. So for instance, if I want to calculate E squared now, it will be F squared plus D squared minus in brackets 2 FD cosine, and it's always back to this one, cosine E, cosine E. Number B, PQR, it looks like this, PQR. So if we label the sides, this is side P, this is side R, this is side Q. We can calculate any one now here. Let's say Q squared, then it will be P squared plus R squared minus in brackets 2P R cosine Q. Always coming back to that angle then there. And the last one there, number C, there's the triangle. R is T. So what will the sides be? This is what we want to find now. This is R, this is S, and this is T. Let's say you want to calculate T, then T squared is equal to R squared plus S squared minus 2 times R times S cosine T, coming back to that angle. And the side, that's the one that you want to calculate. Right, now we're looking at try now 32. Try now 32. We'll have to make the sketches. There are no sketches there, and you won't understand if you don't sketch it. So the first one then there, we've got that triangle there, KMR. So this is KMR. And what information do we have? We have that M is 47.2 degrees. That's given. And we know that KM is 5 centimeters, MR is 6 centimeters, and this is now what we need to calculate. Can you see that it is the third side? The cosine rule is for the third side. So I can say now that KR squared is equal to, so now we're going to take those sides, 5 squared plus 6 squared, minus in brackets 2 times 5 times 6, and cosine, can you see the side and the angle is opposite each other, cosine 47.2 degrees. Okay, don't skip steps. It's good that you will first write the next ones down, because this question usually counts 4 marks, and if you just give answers and it's wrong, then you get no marks. So in the first place, we substitute. Then I can say now here that 25 plus 36 minus, and now we have to get a value there in the brackets. So we use our calculators, and it's then 2 times 5 times 6 cosine 47.2 is equal to, and I got now there 40.766. Don't round off in that step. Go for 5 significant figures. We will round off in a final answer, because otherwise we're going to get wrong answers. Right, so in the next step, it will now be 25 plus 36 minus 40.766 is equal to, and there I have 20.234. But now remember, we want KR. So to get rid of that square, we will root this value. You will square root that one. And the answer is then, for that one, 4.5. There's that one. So it counts 4 marks. It's then worth it to put these steps in here. that is where you will get your 4 marks then there. Right, that's number A. Right, I think you should listen to another one and then you can try them on your own. So we'll have to draw the triangle again, PQR. PQR. Angle R is 32 degrees. PR is 1.4 meters. And QR 2.2. And we want to calculate the third side. That is what you want to calculate. Can you see the two sides and the included angle? That is what we want. We want the third side. So this is then going to be PQ squared is equal to 1.4 squared plus 2.2 squared minus, and now there in brackets it will be 2 times 1.4 times 2.2 cosine 32 degrees. I put this in brackets here on purpose because we can also get negative values here, and then some of you tend to forget that that is a negative which we have to use. So let's start there. 1.4 squared plus 2.2 squared is equal to, so I have 6.8 minus, now we're going to get this value here. It is then 2 times 1.4 times 2.2 cosine 32 is equal to, and I have here 5.2239. As we say, don't round off there, that's too soon. We'll have to go further there. Right, so the next step is then 6.8 minus that 5.2239. I got here 1.5761. Now we want to calculate PQ. This was PQ squared. Now we want PQ. So we're going to get the square root of that value. And the answer is then, I have 1.2554. We round off to 3 significant figures. So our rounded off answer will be 1.26. It is a good idea to first write down the unrounded one, because you often need this in a B or a C question, and then you have to redo it again. So first write the unrounded one, and then you round off. That is a helpful hint on these sums. Right, so the next one. Number C. Number C. So it is triangle ABC this time. Triangle ABC. A is 8, which is now this one. Let's just first label them again. This is A, this is B, this is C. So A is 8, C is 6. No, sorry, C is 6. So there's the 6. And angle B is 63 degrees. Again, 2 sides, and the included angle, you want the third side there. Find that B. So B squared is equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared minus 2 times 8 times 6 cosine 63 degrees. Right, so now we do it step by step. 8 squared is 64, 6 squared is 36, minus, and there we need to get that value there in the bracket. 2 times 8 times 6 cosine 63. And I have here 43.583. At least 5 significant figures there. So the next step is now we want B, so we're going to add this and then square root it. So 64 plus 36 is 100 minus 43.583 and I have here 56.417. And now we get the root of that one, the square root of your answer, and my answer is 7.5111. And I round it off to 3 significant figures, 7.51. Well done if you got it right. The next one is number D. So this is triangle PQR. PQR, we have to draw it to understand which one is which one. Now, so this is Q, this is P, this is R. They say R is 6 millimeters, P is 7 millimeters, and Q is 101 degrees. This is now an obtuse angle that we have there, and that will play a role. It's important. So I'm going to say that Q squared, this is the one that you want to calculate, is then 6 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 6 times 7 cosine 101. Now, this is an obtuse angle. And if you think back about cost, then you will remember that in the second quadrant where cosine is obtuse, if I draw the picture now here of cost, in the second quadrant here, where I get the obtuse angle, there's my obtuse angle, cosine is negative in this quadrant. So I'm going to get here a negative value. That is what it means by implication. So Q squared is then equal to 36 plus 49. Now, let's get that value now in that bracket. So it is 2 times 6 times 7 cosine 101. And I got negative 16.0279. Look at the negative. We shouldn't throw that away now. This is an obtuse angle, and that makes the difference then there. So the next step is then 36 plus 49. And now a negative times a negative is a positive 16.0279. So I have here in my root now 101.0279. Let me just check if that one is right. 36 plus 49 plus 16.0279. Yeah, it gives us the same answer. And then we root it. You square root that one. The answer, and the final answer is 10.051. This rounds off to 10.1 centimeters. Good. Well done. Now we're moving to exercise 33. And we have a little bit more of word sums here now. Try now. 33. Page 473. Page 473. In the diagram, so we have a sketch. Let's just redraw it to follow. So P, Q, R, and S. This one is 7, this one is 10, the angle is 62 degrees, and this is a parallelogram, which means my opposite sides will be equal, and I also can work with my angles here, and I will know that this angle will be 118 degrees because I have those parallel lines, co-interior angles there. Now they say find the length of the diagonal QS. That's what we have to calculate now in the first place, QS. Can you see that this is the third side in the right angle triangle? So I can say that QS squared is equal to 10 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 10 times 7 cosine, and this is this angle here, 62 degrees. So this is 100 plus 49, And now we have to get that value inside the brackets. 2 times 10 times 7 cosine 62 is equal to, and I have 65.726. So now we add it here. We want to calculate QS. So we're going to root the value answer that you got now there. 100 plus 49 minus 65.726. So here I have 83.274. And in a final step, we get the square root of that answer, which is 9.1254. That's what I get. Rounding off to 3 significant figures, and it will be 9.13. There's your answer for that one. But there's also a B part, and now they want us to calculate PR. So this is this diagonal. Those two diagonals are not equal. We have now to calculate another angle there. Now this is where we're going to use this 118 degrees, because it means this angle here is 118 degrees. In the parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. We want to calculate PR now. Obviously this one is also 7 because it is a parallelogram. So I can say that PR squared is equal to 7 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 7 times 10 cosine, and now we use 118 degrees, which is again an obtuse angle. So 49 plus 100, and then in the bracket there, 2 times 7 times 10 cosine 118 degrees, and I have, it should be a negative now again. We'll have a negative value there because of that obtuse angle there. So it's negative 65.726. So PR is equal to, I need to get the square root there. So it's 49 plus 100 plus a negative times a negative is a positive. 65.726 is equal to 214.726, and getting the root of the answer is 14.6535, and to 3 significant figures, if we round it off there, it will round off to 14.7 centimeters for that one. So this is the cosine rule. Very important work. It is in every paper. They're going to ask you this question.
Did you know that your advertising campaigns can be strengthened with out-of-home advertising? Prime Media Outdoor is the premier out-of-home media provider. Their digital billboards are perfectly located on prime advertising real estate across Ventu and Oshakati, making sure existing and potential clients get to see your new product launch, your upcoming sale, or simply your brand promise to them. Now that's Prime Media. Get it? Contact us for more information on 061 224 884.
last rule that you've looked at was the cosine rule. And we use the cosine rule to get the third side every time. So let's just refresh our minds again. If this is triangle ABC, then this is side A, this is side B, and this is side C. Now, what we're looking today at now, still actually using the cosine rule, but now we want to find an angle, a specific angle. So you will use this one if you have the three sides and you want to calculate the angle. So let's say I want to find cosine A, then we're going to say B squared plus C squared minus A squared. Now this is the important thing, that the angle that you want to calculate, that is the side that you will subtract over 2BC cosine over 2BC. We want to find the angle cosine B. So it is actually the same formula which we just algebraically change, but I prefer for you to learn it like this because otherwise you make mistakes then when we do that. Now, if we look in the textbook now, and the first exercise is now just again finding those sides. So this is now try now 31 on page 471, page 471. And again, just finding those sides there. So this is triangle now 34 that we're looking at. So this is page 473. We've already done that other one then there. So this is DEF. Again, if we look at the sides, this will be E, this will be D, and this will be F, so that you can know which one is which one. So if I want to find the angle, let's say I want to find E, then I will say that cosine E is equal to those two sides you're going to add, so we D squared plus F squared. The one opposite the angle is the one that you're going to subtract over 2 times D times F, the cosine rule to find the angle. Number B, this is PQR. PQR. So this is P, this is Q, that one is R. Now this time we want to find Q, so I can say that cosine Q is then going to be P squared plus R squared minus Q squared. The one opposite the angle is the one that we subtract over then 2PR. 2PR. And the last one there, number C, RST, so it is SRT. Opposite the angles, this is R, this is S, this is T. We want to calculate S, so cosine S is equal to, now you take the other two sides, R squared plus T squared minus S squared. The one opposite the angle is the one that we subtract, and then it's the 2 times R times T. So that's just now to know how to find those sides every time. So we're looking now at try now 35, page 474, page 474. Again, we'll have to draw them. So there's the first one, triangle KES. KES. Right, the values that we have is KE is 12, ES is 7, and KS is 8. So you have the three sides. That's when you can find the angle. And we want to calculate S. That is the marked angle. So this time I can say then that cosine S is equal to, this is the one that I must subtract. So it is 7 squared plus 8 squared minus 12